what's going on, everybody? This is Christian Yanez, and welcome to the first episode of the Wav.s podcast. My name is Christian Yanez, and I am a recording artist and producer, and more importantly, a recording artist and producer mindset coach. So I'm starting this podcast off to give inspiration to all of the creative artists, recording artists, producers, beat makers, however you describe or label yourself under the umbrella of the music journey. I want to give a space to talk about the real pitfalls of this whole journey. And a lot of those pitfalls come from you, from holding yourself back, from lacking the creativity, lacking the inspiration, all of these things that kind of just hold us back. But I want to talk about the common thoughts and things that I've heard from other artists and myself for years. And that's constantly asking myself, when will I get a placement? When will my beat be put on somebody's album? When will I start receiving these $1 million checks from all these streaming services for my music and my hard work and my dedication? Because I know my shit is fire. Yeah. Look, it took me a long time to realize that I wanted to do this because I'm passionate about it. Because I wanted to have an outlet to be able to voice my emotions, my feelings. And that's why I started creating music. Once I started to focus on whether or not this was going to reap money or generate income or, fully focusing on the wrong intentions, I saw myself being held back because I was constantly asking myself if this is going to be good enough, if the content is going to be perfect enough. Will my music get and reach millions of fans globally, But I had to stop for a second and ask myself why I'm doing this. Am I doing this to receive the fancy cars and the Rolex watches and the bust down Rolex, whatever it is that you're looking for? No, not for me. All those things do sound nice, but I've noticed a pattern is that even the producers and recording artists who get to that level, they'll get to those high achievements and receive all these accolades and Grammys and all these nominations, and they will still feel empty inside. And that's because they're not truly fulfilling their purpose. I'm here to create this podcast to talk about all the real struggles and pitfalls like this. When you constantly wake up and ask yourself, man, how did they get this placement on this? How did they get this beat on this album? Or how did they link up with this producer? All you have to do is focus on your intention. And starting off to create a journey for success, you have to create a routine. Of course, I'm not going to start a podcast and talk about all the problems and not give you some sort of solution. So this is going to be the first tip that I'm going to give. Setting the tone for your day starts off in the morning. What are you doing in the morning when you wake up? Are you going straight to your phone and seeing all the different successes and achievements from everybody else and mentally not even realizing that you're comparing yourself and being like, yo, how come I can't get this stuff? You start to create animosity, start to create hate, start to just have all of these illuminating thoughts that you don't want to be living with, because then that'll add to the junk and the hindrance of your creativity when you go into the studio to create a new song or create a new beat or write a new song, whatever it may be. So the first tip of the day, and for the first tip of this podcast, I'm going to be talking about creativity and inspiration. Set the tone for your day. Start it off right. Give yourself some time in the day. In the morning, wake up earlier, go to bed a little bit earlier, wake up earlier, go and stretch, do meditation, do yoga, go out for a walk, go out to a different place where you switch up your routine and start to internalize and pay attention to all of your surroundings. Because I guarantee you that you'll find creativity and inspiration when you start focusing on helping yourself out and bettering yourself. Set the tone for the day right. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And I will see you soon on the next episode of this Wav.s podcast. Peace.